Every second you spend waiting for the perfect time is another piece of your soul being burned away. The brutal truth is this: perfection is a lie. Life will never line up the way you hope. And while you're waiting for clarity, comfort, or confidence, time is bleeding out. You're watching your own life decay while convincing yourself it's preparation. There is no tomorrow. That someday you keep hoping for, it doesn't exist. Every excuse you've ever used: I'm not ready, I just need more time, when the timing's right, is just fear in disguise. Fear of failing, fear of being exposed, fear of becoming who you were meant to be. But here's the truth: if you don't take action now, you're not standing still, you're moving backward. You're erasing the very potential you were born with. Your greatness is not waiting for you in comfort. It's screaming for you in discomfort. So the only question that matters is this: when are you going to stop betraying yourself? Stand up. Take a step. Any step. Because every day you delay is a day closer to regret. The time is now. The only way out is through. Move. Change is inevitable. Whether you act or not, you will become someone else in 10 years. The question is, who decides who you become? You or the circumstances that happen to you? If you don't consciously design your future, someone else will. And they won't have your best interest in mind. Society will mold you into average. Fear will mold you into passive. Comfort will mold you into irrelevant. People don't just wake up successful. They plan it. They build it. They bleed for it. Every day you go without vision is a day that shapes you into a version you never chose. Do you want to wake up in 10 years trapped in a life you never meant to live? The path of growth is hard, but the price of passivity is your life. So decide now. Who will you be in 2030? Someone you admire or someone you regret? It's not the economy, not your parents, not your job, your boss, or your past. The real enemy, the one stopping you from everything you want, is the face staring back in the mirror. You procrastinate. You doubt. You justify your own inaction with excuses that sound reasonable but are nothing more than polished lies. The truth is brutal. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always got. If you want something different, you must become someone different. There is no strategy that can compensate for cowardice. No technique that can help if you keep breaking promises to yourself. You want to feel proud, then stop letting yourself down. You are the architect of your future or the assassin of your potential. You choose. But know this: every time you hit snooze, skip the work, or let fear win, a piece of the version of you that could have been dies, and that death is on you. So the question is not who's stopping you. The question is, when will you stop being your own obstacle? Patience, discipline, confidence, grit. These aren't gifts. You earn them, and the price is pain. Every great quality you admire was forged in discomfort. Not through shortcuts, not through comfort zones, but through pushing when it hurts, staying when it's lonely, and acting when it's terrifying. You say you want to be strong, then step into the fire. You say you want to be free, then fight for it daily. Most people run from the work. They avoid the grind. They skip the part where it hurts. And that's why they stay average. Because the magic you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding. You don't grow by avoiding resistance. You grow by embracing it. You want results. Start seeking the pain. Start craving the struggle. Start training your mind to smile when it gets hard. Because that's the moment most people quit. That's the moment you rise. Success is not given. It is earned in the hours nobody sees, in the decisions nobody claps for in the dark when you decide to keep going. And if you won't pay the price, you don't deserve the reward. Nobody cares if you're tired. Nobody's gonna cheer for you just because you showed up. The world isn't waiting to hand you a trophy for trying. If you're waiting for motivation, for encouragement, for someone to tell you you're doing a good job, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. This game is won in silence, in solitude, in the cold moments when your body aches and your mind screams to stop, and you keep going anyway. You think you deserve praise for waking up early, for staying disciplined. No, that's the bare minimum. The sooner you accept that the world owes you nothing, the sooner you'll stop seeking validation and start building real strength. Every day you delay action, you bury the stronger version of yourself deeper. He is there under the excuses, the laziness, the fear, but he can only surface through relentless commitment. So what if no one claps? So what if no one sees you grind? You're not doing it for them. You're doing it to become someone you respect when you look in the mirror. Now get back to work. No one is coming to save you. No mentor, no friend, no book, no video, just you. Every breakthrough you crave is on the other side of personal discipline. You already know what you need to do. You're just not doing it. Why? Because it's easier to stay inspired than it is to stay committed. It's easier to consume content than to create progress. But one day, you'll look back and ask yourself, why didn't I go all in when I had the chance? And that question will haunt you. You don't need another motivational speech. You need a calendar, a plan, and the guts to follow through. The pain of discipline is nothing compared to the regret of potential wasted. Don't wait until you hit rock bottom to change. You're already losing time. So ask yourself, are you actually committed to your future, or are you just pretending? Drop a comment. What's the one thing you've been avoiding that you know would change your life if you just did it daily? Be honest, this is the first step. If you've ever felt like the outsider, the black sheep, the one no one understands, congratulations. That's the first real sign you're on the right path. The world celebrates conformity. It rewards average. It embraces those who play by the rules and follow the crowd. But no one ever changed the world by fitting in. Those who rise are the ones who get laughed at, questioned, even attacked, simply because they chose to be different. The price of greatness is to be misunderstood, and the reward is freedom. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to stand the hell out. Being obsessed, intense, and too much is a feature, not a flaw. It means you care. It means you're awake while the world is asleep. And it means you have what it takes to break through while others wait for permission. The next time someone says you're crazy, smile. They just told you you're on the right track. You will suffer. You will be tested. You will cry when no one is watching. But so what? There are only two kinds of people in this world, those who endure and those who vanish. Endurance doesn't mean you're stronger. It means you keep moving even when you're broken. It means you train in the dark fight when you're tired and show up when you don't feel like it. Because while others are negotiating with pain, you've already made the deal. Pain is the toll you pay for greatness. You will feel alone. That's part of the price. But in that solitude, you'll meet the real you. Not the version they like, not the version they shaped, but the version forged by adversity. You will fail. That's not a maybe, that's a certainty. But every fall sharpens your edge. Every scar becomes part of your armor. You're not building comfort, you're building capacity. The only question that matters, will you endure or will you disappear like the rest? Choose wisely, because no one is coming to save you. And that's exactly why you must become your own savior. Every single day, you're sitting an exam, but it doesn't come with a bell, a teacher, or a deadline. It comes in silence when the alarm rings and you hit snooze, When your to-do list stares you in the face and you scroll instead. When you said you'd show up and didn't. Those moments are the test, and most people are failing. We've been taught to look for big wins. But success isn't forged in grand gestures. It's built in the mundane, invisible, uncelebrated battles you fight with yourself. The decision to get out of bed when it's cold. The discipline to shut off distractions and do the work. The courage to speak the truth when it's easier to stay quiet. Every time you choose action over excuse, you gain power. And that power stacks. Small victories compound. They hardwire your brain for confidence, clarity, and control. But here's the flip side. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you reinforce the belief that you are weak, that you can't be trusted, that you are a fraud. And soon enough, that identity becomes your cage. You don't rise to the level of your ambition, you fall to the level of your discipline. This isn't about motivation. Motivation is a liar. It shows up when things feel good. Discipline is what moves you when things are ugly, boring, hard, and hopeless. And don't think no one's watching. You are. Your subconscious is watching, taking notes. It's asking one question every day. Can I trust you? And your actions answer it. So look at your week. Did you win or lose? Did you act in alignment with who you claim you want to become? Or did you choose comfort again? Because this test, it doesn't wait. It comes again tomorrow. The question is, will you be ready to pass it? The most tragic story isn't failure. It's almost success. The man who almost wrote the book. The woman who almost started her business. The dreamer who almost lived the life they were meant for but didn't. Why? Because they waited. They hesitated. They made excuses. They wore the mask of, I'm working on it for years, hiding the truth. They were afraid. Not of failure, but of who they would become if they actually gave it everything. That truth is terrifying. Because deep down, you know you are capable of more. So what's stopping you? Your potential doesn't die in one moment. It dies in small betrayals. The snoozed alarms, the skipped workouts, the plans delayed just one more week. But here's the raw truth. Unfulfilled potential is the story of most people's lives. Will it be yours? It's time to stop lying to yourself. Time to take brutal responsibility. Time to burn the old version of you and rise. So I'll ask you now, what have you been avoiding? What dream is waiting on the other side of your fear? Tell me in the comments or keep hiding. But know this, you're running out of some days. Because this test, it doesn't wait. It comes again tomorrow. The question is, will you be ready to pass it? The most tragic story isn't failure. It's almost success. The man who almost wrote the book. The woman who almost started her business. The dreamer who almost lived the life they were meant for but didn't. Why? Because they waited. They hesitated. They made excuses. They wore the mask of, I'm working on it for years, hiding the truth. They were afraid. Not of failure, but of who they would become if they actually gave it everything. That truth is terrifying because deep down, you know you are capable of more. So what's stopping you? Your potential doesn't die in one moment. It dies in small betrayals, the snoozed alarms, the skipped workouts, the plans delayed just one more week. But here's the raw truth. Unfulfilled potential is the story of most people's lives. Will it be yours? It's time to stop lying to yourself. Time to take brutal responsibility. Time to burn the old version of you and rise. So I'll ask you now, what have you been avoiding? What dream is waiting on the other side of your fear? And if you're waiting for a sign, this is it. No more delays, no more excuses. No one is coming to save you because no one can live your life for you. Your dream is not a luxury, it's a responsibility, a sacred obligation to your soul. How many more years will you watch others live the life you crave? How many more sunrises will you waste scrolling instead of building? You think you're waiting for the perfect moment. Wake up. There is no perfect moment. There's only you either doing or not. Winners don't wait for motivation. They create it through action. Every single step, no matter how small, awakens the extraordinary force within you. That force is you, not the coward who hides, not the one who almost made it, but the one who wins. Look back at every opportunity missed, every dream abandoned, and ask yourself, how much longer will you choose a life of almost? Rewrite your story. Burn every excuse. Start today. Start now. Remember what I say, don't fear death. Fear living a life without meaning.